So this is from the Fugitive TV series, and it's episode 7, I believe, from series 2, and it's entitled Tug of War. And it's a kind of a strange kind of episode, this one. Really, the focus, Kimble is really kind of like a co-star, really, in this episode. And he doesn't really have a lot to say or do, really, in this. He's kind of a pawn in a game between these two other characters in this episode. Basically, he's working as a farmhand in this small kind of out of the way place, and he gets recognized by this wily old codger who works locally, and he's a former sheriff. He retired 10 years before that, and he gets recognized by this guy and his friend, and he goes after him. This former sheriff gets his. He's a bit of a Grizzly Adams character, a bit of a Bear Grylls. He's got. He knows how to hunt and fish and live off the land, etc. He's quite a wily old chap, but he's got a heart condition, which comes into the episode, plays a big part in the episode later on. Medical connection there for Dr. Kimble to look into next later in the episode. But there's also another, the current sheriff, played by Don Gordon, who is after Kimble also. He's catches on to the fact that this guy's gone after him. And Kimble takes off, by the way. I forgot to neglect to say that. Kimble takes off into the countryside, into the hillside. And these two guys end up after him. And hence the tug of war of the title. The old codger has got a backstory where he actually lost a killer that was under his arrest. He had arrested this guy and he had lost him 10 years before that, and he got kind of blamed for it, ridiculed for it, and he ended up packing it all in. So he's carried this burden, this shame, this baggage for a long time. But the other younger current sheriff, Don Gordon, is a bit of he wants a glory for himself. He's also got some baggage. He was, I think, a pilot or something during the war, and he didn't get the glory, didn't get the recognition he thought he should have when he saw other people getting all the plaudits. And he thinks that people kind of look down at him, treat him disrespectfully. So he wants to big himself up by bringing Kimble in. So he's constantly trying to get him away from the older man, the former sheriff, by kind of sneaky means, illicit means, even keeping his tablets on him. He finds the guy's tablets and keeps them on him. But the old guy's a wily old codger, and he's not taking anything. He's taking nothing from nobody, as it were. So they have this kind of tug of war, as the title would suggest, and Kimble is right in the middle. And Kimble kind of doesn't really have a lot to do. He doesn't really play, try to play the two off each other or anything. He's really kind of just observing what's happening and reacting to what they do. He does try and get away once in this episode, but quickly kind of gets caught again. But really, he's just like a psychological kind of pawn, a psychological kind of trophy, basically, for the two men to kind of put a shining gloss on their careers or on their reputations. You know what I mean? So it was an interesting episode, very curious one, a very odd one, very good. It was a very good episode. Not one of the best. I think mostly because Kimble's not really doing much and he's not really the highlight, the focal point of the episode per se. But definitely give it a watch. It's a very good episode. Don Gordon's very good in it, and I can't remember the actor who plays the old geese. He's very good in it also. So, yeah, lots of good scenes here, good dialogue between the actors. As I said, it's a little bit lightweight in the sense of Kimble doesn't have a lot to do in it, which is a bit of a negative, but a very watchable episode in the series for sure. That's Tug of War from season 2, episode 7. Definitely check it out if you're a fan. Great series, one of the best series ever. Never disappoints this series. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.